rekaman.
Oke.
Okay, live streaming has started, guys.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone, and a huge cheerful welcome to another fantastic Britzone Thursday class. I hope you are all comfy, perhaps with a nice drink and your favorite snacks. I think it's very nice to see all of you today again for tonight because in this session, I think we will be ready to have a fun virtual trip. And yes, we are going to Australia. Wow, I think we are about to explore a land famous for its unique animals, amazing scenery, and maybe a few things that truly make you feel like you are down under. Yeah, I think Australia is also famous for the down under term, and I think there are a lot of terminology for Australia too. Okay, and once again, thank you for joining with us tonight. And before we jump in, I think let's say a quick hello to some friendly faces. I think I see, I see Kak Naufal here. Hello, Kak Naufal.
Hello.
Hello, Kak Naufal. How are you tonight, Kak?
Very good, very good.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining with us, Kak. So, Kak Naufal, what is the first thing that comes to your mind if we talk about Australia, Kak Naufal?
Uh, I must say about kangaroo, I think.
Kangaroo, I see. Wow, I wonder, is there any kangaroo in our conductor session later? I think we will see, Kak Naufal. So, it is your first time, Kak, to join Britson class, Kak?
No, it's actually my second time to join, and
Oh, I
so
see.
interested to join this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Kak Naufal, and welcome back, Kak. Hopefully, you can join another class too in the future. Thank you, Kak Naufal. I think I would like to hear from another member. Maybe I want to ask, is there a first timer here? Maybe a person who joined the Britson class for the first time? Maybe you can raise your hand. Is there any? I think you're still shy, okay? So I just want to say hi to Kak Nurul Hasana. Hello, Kak Nurul Hasana.
Hi.
Hi, Kak. I think we met again, ya, Kak. So how are you tonight, Kak?
Kind of busy.
I see. Wow. Thank you for joining with us too, beside your busy work, Kak. So I think the question is still the same, Kak. What is the first thing that comes to your mind if we talk about Australia, Kak?
It's a beautiful continent,
Beautiful continent.
and
Okay.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
there's an opportunity to live better and
Mm-hmm.
to to have a better uh, work.
I see. So it's like Australian dream. Is that correct, Kak Nurul?
Yeah,
A better, yeah.
some of
Okay,
my
okay.
friends already work there. Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah. I hope this session will help you too to travel to Australia and maybe to get the work there. Thank you, Kak Nurul. And maybe I would like to hear from the member too. Maybe you can just write in your chat box what is the first thing that comes to your mind if we talk about Australia. Maybe I think there will be a lot of interesting answer from you guys. Okay, for those who haven't met me, my name is Kasmal. So I'll be your host for this session, and also maybe I will be your flight attendant, right? Because like I said before that we want to have a virtual trip to Australia. So my job is to make sure that we have a great time, learn a lot, and maybe even inspire your next travel dreams. At least maybe you can hear a lot more about Australia after this session. And now for the main event, I think I'm absolutely thrilled to introduce our incredible conductor for today. none other than Kak Hafiz Hasra. Halo Kak Hafiz.
Halo Kasmal,
Yeah, how are you today, Kak?
good. Good evening,
Yeah,
everyone.
good evening too. Thank you for joining with us, Kak Hafiz. Even that there are some time differences, right? So what time
Yeah,
is it there, Kak, in Australia right now?
it's already 10 p.m. here.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
It's a
it's
3 hours
getting
difference with
okay. Yeah, I think
Jakarta.
it's getting late, and thank you again for joining with us, Kak. Maybe you can give a short teaser, Kak. What will we learn about tonight's session, Kak Hafiz?
Yeah, thank you, Kasmal. Today's session is mainly about my experience in
Mm-hmm.
Australia. So I've been living here for almost 1 year.
Okay.
And yeah, just how is the study life here? How is the
Mm-hmm.
normal life here? And yeah, just a light session, I guess, for
Ah,
those
I see.
interested in
Yeah.
Australia.
Is there any kangaroo related, Kak Hafiz?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to ask about kangaroos, there's plenty of them here.
Okay.
Probably more kangaroos than humans in Australia.
Ah, I see. Well, so Kak Noval, go ahead, Kak. Please ask about kangaroo later, Kak Noval. Okay, thank you, Kak Hafiz. And okay, everyone, before we jump to the presentation session, there are some announcements that I would like to tell to all of you. So please, okay. So I would like to say welcome to the Britzone. We are the largest English community in Indonesia. We consist of three things. The first one is we are open and free platform, and also we are platform for the English education, and also we based on the volunteerism. And there are a lot of class in Britzone. The first one is Britzone Tuesday class. So this class will be held online and offline, which every Tuesday start at 7 p.m. So there are a lot of class too. Another one is like Britzone Thursday class, like happen tonight. So this class is fully online and starts also at 7 p.m. too. So we will consist of the presentation session, and also the last one will be the FGD session that you love most. And also we have the Britzone Saturday Fun class. So this class will be held offline every Saturday and start at 11 a.m. And also we have a Britzone outdoor class will be held outdoor, of course. But for this month, already completed that we held at Taman Suropati at last 21st June. So go ahead and check to our social media for the next session for the outdoor class. So there are some general guidelines that you have to follow while you're attending this class. The first one is you have to be respect and kindness with each other. And also you have to seek permission first if you want to record or taking a picture or something. And also you have to avoid any kind of discrimination within this community. So if you witness behavior that violate these guidelines, so please report it to the facilitator or the business management because the action will be taken, of course. We have a lot of social media. The first one we have Instagram, of course, and also we have the YouTube channel too. And as you may know that this session tonight will be live stream on YouTube, and we have the TikTok also, and the last one we have Discord community. So please join our new server on the Discord because we will connect 24/7 in this Discord. I think I will give you like 3 seconds. Maybe you, for those who haven't joined this channel first. I think 3, 2, 1. Okay, and also, we are sponsored by Perpustakaan Kemendikbudrismen. There are a lot of books in there, and please sign up for becoming member of the library to access impressive resources. There are a ton of books in there, audio, and also the video collections. And the last one, of course, in our Thursday class, we have a class tradition, right? So the first one is we would like to all of you to please open your camera because we would like to see all of you. Like Kak Rasha, he has a nice glasses, and I think we would like to see a lot of you too. And also, before FGD session, we will taking a picture, and don't forget after the class to fill out the attendance form for this session. I think that's all for the announcement for tonight. So without further ado, I think we will jump to the presentation. So I think there are Britzoners, so please sit tight and also fasten your seatbelt because we will take off to the Australia. So Kak Hafiz, the screen is yours, Kak.
Thank you, Kashmal. I really like your red seat. It's like a pilot seat.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kak.
Good evening, everyone. Can you see my slides?
Yes, Kak.
Okay. So there's a lot of interesting answers to Kashmal's questions about Australia. I think one mentioned about Rottnest Island. I've never heard of that island before. That's an interesting one. And yeah, there's a lot of famous Australian things like boomerangs and koalas. And yeah, I'm interested to hear about Rottnest Island. That could be another presentation, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna present a little bit about life in Australia. As most of you probably know, Australia is also considered to be a continent. And interestingly, most of the major cities in Australia are located along the coasts, either the east or the west. And most of it is actually on the east area, such as Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. And there's one major town on the west coast called Perth. This is the one of the nearest city to Jakarta, actually. It takes 4 hours, I think. And bang in the middle of Australia is just deserts. There's a huge rock there. It's called Uluru now. It used to be called Ayers Rock. It's an iconic icon of Australia, I guess. A little bit about myself. My name is Hafidz Hasra. You can call me Hafiz. I'm originally from Jakarta. Currently, I'm studying Masters of Business Administration, or as people call it, MBA. I study at University of Melbourne in the city of Melbourne, and because it's an MBA, there's a separate school. It's called Melbourne Business School, and the course takes around 2 years to complete. And I will be going back to Indonesia around July 2026. Why do I have to go back? Because I am funded by my company. This is where I work currently. I work for an energy company in Jakarta as a finance analyst. And yeah, I met Kashmal in Riau, Sumatra, and we played a lot of football and futsal together. And that's one of my interests. As I get older, I don't play it as much as I used to. And another thing that I like to do is to travel. Last month, I went to Australia's neighbor, New Zealand. That was a really interesting experience. A lot of lovely sceneries there. And I'm happily married. As you can see from the picture, that's my beautiful wife, Tika. And I have one daughter. She's 6 years old and she's currently studying in primary school or SD ya, SD kelas 1 in Indonesia. So why did I choose Australia? Well, Australia is actually very close to Indonesia. In fact, the re-elected Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, the first trip he went abroad once he was re-elected was to visit Indonesia. So he knows that there's a big relationship between the two countries, and we are viewed as a big partner in their trade and also their economic relations. And although it's really close to us, if you go to Australia, you can immediately see that it's actually very different. If you go to Singapore, for example, or Malaysia, maybe the culture and the surroundings are a bit similar to Indonesia. But if you go to Australia, it feels almost like, I guess, if you go to the major cities, a little bit like in Europe. And I guess that's why it's a popular study destination now. A lot of international students, they want to go to study in Australia. And I think Melbourne is probably like the Bandung of Indonesia, or Yogyakarta is a city with lots of students from different countries around the world. Not just Asian, but there's also Europeans and Americans who come to study here. And yeah, as discussed before, there are of course opportunities to work here. But yeah, this is only the experience based on my experience, and I might not have many tips about working here because I'm currently studying here. And yeah, Australia is known for its safety, of course, education, and the quality of life. If I'm not mistaken, Melbourne itself was voted as the fourth livable city in the world recently, and they were actually first for a couple of years, I think around 5 or 7 years ago. And I think these are the three main reasons why I chose Australia. It takes, I think, around 7 years, 7 hours direct flight to Jakarta, and there are two flight carriers, Qantas and Garuda, that goes to Melbourne, where I am currently studying. So what is it like studying in Australia? Well, most MBA classes in USA, for example, the classes tends to be huge. There's around 100 students in a class at a time. In Melbourne Business School is a little bit different. There are 38 students in my cohort from countries such as India, China, and there are also Australians who takes this MBA course. And I think it's a bit more intimate, and you get to know your professors more because it's a smaller class, and we interact with them during our breaks, and we talk to them like a normal, like talking to students almost. And if we're studying in Australia, we just wanna go and play. But it's a challenge sometimes to balance the assignments that you have and the free time that you wanna have. There's a lot to explore here, and it's one of the things that as a student that you have to do is to make sure that you have time to do your assignments, do it well, but you also have time to relax and unwind after the classes. And one thing that I found interesting here is you can call your lecturers or your professors by name. So if you call them by Mr. or Mrs. or even Professor, they will look at you weird. They're like, why are you calling me with Mr. or Mrs.? And it's almost normal. I mean, these professors have been teaching for 20, 25 years almost, but they will prefer if you call them by name. And I think that's really a bit different from Indonesia. And I think one thing that I found interesting also was my first group experience in Australia. I studied with Indians and Chinese, and the last time I studied was almost 10 years ago. So it was a really challenge to get in the zone again, and working with people who are younger than me, around 10 years younger than me. It was a good challenge for me. I'm probably the second oldest member of my cohort. And yeah, it's really nice to connect with people who are younger than me. And apart from studying, of course, there's the daily lives that we have to do. In Australia, people are really laid back. They are relaxed. They like to joke around. And if you go in my apartment lift, for example, they will always strike conversation with you. They will say hello, how are you, and how you are doing. And there are a lot of Aussie slangs here. It's not like the films where it's good day, mate. I think there are some places where they say good day, mate, but normally I think it's a bit similar to British accent more than American accent here. And they do a lot of Aussie slang here. For example, they say arvo instead of afternoon in Melbourne. So when you have a meeting, they say, let's meet up this arvo instead of afternoon. And brekkie, they call McDonald's Macca's. So there's a lot of funny slangs here. And also, although they are relaxed, what I like about Australia is the punctuality. So classes starts on time and it also finishes on time because people here respect the time that you have. So once the class is finished, you are expected to enjoy and relax Australia. And casualness too, yeah. I worked in a corporate setting where sometimes we had to wear uniforms, and in here people can wear shorts. They can wear sandals or thongs that they call it here to classes. And during summer it can go to around 40 degrees here, and people would wear just shirts and shorts, and there wouldn't be any problem with that at all. And another big culture here is that shops, as I mentioned before, shops, they close at 4 p.m., 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. This is a bit different to what I experience in Indonesia and Jakarta, especially if I go to Pondok Indah Mall, I would like to spend my time there until 10 p.m., until the shops closes. But in here, the most shops close at 5 p.m. and cafes they close at 3 to 4 p.m. So people here they like to get their cappuccino or their flat whites in the early morning, and then it closes by the afternoon. This is also hard for me because I like to drink coffee at night, and it's a good thing that next to my apartment there's a donut shop that sells coffee until 11 p.m. So I can get my coffee, and I think coffee is important for students because we have to study and we need the caffeine hit. So as I said before, my hobby is to play football, but in Australia, the most favorite sport, especially in Melbourne, is actually Australian football. This is a picture taken when I watch a game. The game is a bit similar to rugby, but you have to score by kicking the ball inside these really tall goals, and the goal will count as 6 points, I think. And there are 18 players running around this big circle, and it's such an amazing spectacle. It's something really different and is unique to Melbourne. Interestingly, other than Melbourne, the most popular sport might be rugby. It's not Australian football, and soccer or football, as we know, is not really popular here yet. Yeah, as I said, I have a daughter here. She's 6 years old. She goes to a school here, a public school. And an interesting aspect about the school is they have second languages in every school, such as Italian, Chinese. And my daughter, she was surprised that the second language here is Indonesian. So she was happy that she could be first in class and she can teach, the Australians Indonesian language. So it really enhances the experience, I think, for her because she feels comfortable in class, knowing that she can converse in Indonesian too. There's lots of public spaces, parks, and playgrounds, which are mostly free, museums too, and zoos where you can see koalas, kangaroos, etc. And yeah, it's an amazing place for public spaces, parks, and playground. I think this is something that Indonesia can improve in to give places for kids to run around. And as a bibliophile and a bookworm, libraries, we can borrow up to 50 books, I think, in one go in our local library. But yeah, 48 of the books will be taken by my daughter, and the other two is for me. And it's free. Membership is free, and that's also something that I think is really amazing here is the access to books, and you can just chill. This is a picture of a State Library of Victoria. It's a really amazing place too. Now, of course, there are some culture shocks, challenges along the way. One is I do miss original home food. I'm originally from West Sumatra. I'm a Minangkabau, so it's hard to find nasi padang here that is similar to the ones that we taste in Indonesia. Because yeah, of course, they have to make sure that is the people here can eat the food here. So the spiciness level tends to be a little bit more sweet here. And yeah, my wife, this is a picture of dendeng balado that my wife made for me, and I think is one of the nicest meals she made for me here, and it tastes just like the one found in Indonesia. Um, Other than that, yeah, it's the public transport as you can see from the trams here is amazing. There are buses, There are also trains going everywhere, and it's easy. You can just use one card and you can go anywhere. Although it's hard to go to remote areas where you can see, for example, snow, or you want to see kangaroos wild in the wildlife in their natural habitat. It might be harder to use public transport, not because of access, but because of the duration it takes for you to get there. So sometimes it makes sense for you to rent a car to go to these remote places. And healthcare, interestingly, similar to Indonesia, you can't directly go to a specialist. So you have to go to a general practitioner, it's called here, or Dr. Umum in Indonesia, before you can go to a specialist. And another thing is housing. Melbourne, there's a lot of demand for housing. People are coming here almost, I think, especially in July and February when the intakes are high, and there's a lot of demand for housing, and the supply is not as much as the demand. So it's a bit of a competition to get the house that you want. Lots of inspections, and it's part of parcel of trying to find accommodation here. I had a friend who has applied for around 27 houses before she got one house to live in. I was lucky that I got one in my second try. So yeah, I think I just got lucky. I think and there's a picture here. There's a lot of tourism in Melbourne. You can see some hot air balloons going up here. They go around Melbourne and they take tourists around the city. And there's a lot of spots for people to go here. So as mentioned too, it's good to join groups and ask questions. There are a lot of people now who share their experiences studying and working in Australia. Yeah, and everyone starts somewhere. So it is always good to be proactive and ask questions. To summarize, I think there are a few tips that you can have if you want to go to Australia, either to study or even to work. One is to always be open, friendly, and curious. People here respect you if you are open to the culture, you adapt to the culture, and you are friendly and respectable at the same time. And if you are studying, always get involved in school or uni events and clubs. There are always networking events in the campuses that you attend to. There's a lot of chance to network. People in Australia value networks highly. I think the career services here mentioned that networking is one of the most important aspect here if you are looking for a job here, because they value your network and your work experience. Learn a bit of Aussie slang. Yeah, if people foreigners speak to us in Indonesian, of course we are happy. It's also the same way around, the other way around. If we learn a little bit of Aussie slang, it will be really nice to talk. And especially in Melbourne, if you talk about Australian football, you can talk with them for almost 2 hours nonstop, and they will not get bored of that. And this is, I think, the last tip is really good for Britzoners. I'm sure all of you are not afraid to converse in English. That's why you are all here today. And yeah, it's a really good chance to practice your English. And I'm really happy to share with you guys here today too. This is It's important for you to converse in English and to always practice, because if you don't practice, then the improvements are not going to be as good. So it's always better to always be curious and always to converse in English and practice any chance that you get. I think that's all I can share, Kashmal, for tonight. Thank you for listening to me for this half an hour. This is a nice summary, I think. So the Australian adventure is not just getting a degree, but it's also about adapting to life to a new, different country, and also having the most positive experience with your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak Hafiz. Wow, simple yet very powerful closing statement from you, Kak Hafiz. And I think I'm get lost at your picture of dinding balado because I remember that I'm not having my dinner yet. Yeah, yeah. And there are a lot of interesting discussion to Kak in the chat room that you said that you are from West Sumatra, right? Do you want to make some business there? Maybe like nasi padang store? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
idea. But I think it's a bit expensive to get the spices here.
I see. Yeah. And also, yeah, I think it's very interesting. And I believe that everyone also agree with your presentation. Okay, thank you, Kak Hafiz, for sharing with us. And we already have a lot of interesting view regarding Australia. So I believe some of you will have a lot of question maybe. So is there anyone to ask a question? Go ahead. Please raise your hand. Okay, we have wow. Okay, it's keep going and going. Okay, the first one, we would like to welcome Kak Sarah Sabrina. Hello, Kak Sarah. Please share us your question, Kak Sarah.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity. It's going to be a quick one. I just have one question. I know that for most Indonesians, what comes to mind when it comes to Australia would be studying or working, you know, yeah, or the professionalism. So, what would you say is the misconception that we Indonesians have about living in Australia?
Okay, that's a really good question. I think there are a lot of people who think maybe if you go to Bali or somewhere that you think that there are some Australians that are rude or they just like to party and drink probably. But I think it's you can find them in every culture, I guess. And everyone here I've met has been really friendly. They're all welcome to Indonesians and they like to talk with you. So yeah, it's been really lovely. I think another misconception probably is they are relaxed, but even though they are relaxed, I think when they do their job, like currently right now, I am having an internship and the work culture here during office hours is like they just focus on work. They don't go to, buy snacks or they talk 15-minute breaks. So it's like when they have to work, they will work. I think that's probably two misconceptions that I found interesting here. Does that answer your question, Sarah?
Absolutely, there's no right or wrong like questions. So, thank you.
No worries.
Okay, thank you, Kak Sarah, and thank you, Kak Hafiz, for the answer to hope and can answer your question. Okay, the next one we have Kak Larasati. Hello, Kak Larasati. Please give us your question, Kak.
Hello. I would like to ask, as you mentioned before that you're currently studying MBA, I would
Mhm.
like to ask what's your one of the massive project in MBA for your opinion? Do you have to do thesis as well?
Okay. That's a really good question. So for MBAs, normally it's a bit different to Master of Science or, for example, Master of Accounting. Usually there are a lot of case studies, there are a lot of presentations, and at the end, I think we are meant to do a mini project. It's called a capstone. This will only take a couple of days, and it's basically a summary of everything that we learned during the 2 years. So instead of a thesis, I think it's a bit more simple. Um, so MBA, I think almost globally is more towards like getting you ready to be a manager and how you can apply leadership skills to your life. So it's not as yeah, if you like presenting, I mean if you like strategic lessons or human resources lessons, then MBA is a good thing to study for you.
Okay, is that answer your question, Kak Larasati?
Yes, thank you, Kak.
No
Okay,
worries.
thank you Kak Larasati and Kak Hafiz too. And next one we have Kak Ramos here. Hello Kak Ramos. Please give us your question, Kak.
Hello, good evening. By the way, thank you for your sharing because it is very fascinating for me, and also surprisingly because before, in my opinion, Australian people choose people by their competency, not by their connection. So it's not similar with Indonesian because based on my experience, connection is more important than competency, right? So
Mhm.
is that true in Australian? Is the more important is the more important is connection than competency. Can you help me the answer? Thank you, guys.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is based on my own experience, every views and opinions that I have. So it's not a general assumption. So what from my own experience, you are right. If you, for example, if you apply for a skilled migration visa or something, there are specific sets of skills that you have to tick to be able to get that visa. But in general, if you are already here, they value the experience that you have working for an Australian company. So for example, if you have 10 years experience in Indonesia, they won't value it as much as if you have worked here. So, and if you get referrals from Australians, that will be a really plus point. So I guess in what I meant by connection is, knowing the right people here and not working, but you also have to have the right set of skills to go to that job.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you Kak
Thank you.
Ramos. Wow, I think we have a lot of question in here, Kak Hafiz. And right now we have Kak Noval. Maybe he will ask about kangaroo, Kak Noval. Please go ahead, Kak.
Uh, no, I actually want to ask about something else. I want to ask about your opinion regarding what would you say, or how in in 1 to 10,
Mhm.
what would you give regarding to that point for a Muslim, for a Muslim to live there? I mean, if we look at the Western countries, there are a lot of bad things, bad stigma about the Muslim. Is that kind of thing also happen in there, or are they actually total, people that tolerate with religion and stuff like that? And how easy it is as a Muslim to live in there?
Hmm. Yep. That's an interesting question. Yeah. So um, from my own experience, there are a lot of immigrants here, and they are free to practice their religion, not just Muslims, I guess. There are also people who practice Hindu, Christianism, Sikhism. Yeah, there's a lot of religions here. Mosques are always open. There are there are a lot of mosques, I think, here. Next to my campus, there's actually a musola. There's a small musola where people pray, and we do Friday prayers here. So they feel, I think, is a nice place for you. It's a free place for you to practice your religion. They don't really mind if you practice your religion. And my wife wears the hijab here, so we've never faced any problems, and we hope not to face any until one more year. Yeah. But of course, it's not just here. I mean, in every country there will be some problems encountered, but personally, we have never encountered any problems.
I see. How about the food? I mean, is it really
Mhm.
hard to find a halal food?
Oh, there's a lot of halal food here. There are lots of Indonesian food, lots of Malaysian. There are lots of Malaysians here. Malaysian food, Indonesian food, and there's a lot of Lebanese food too here. Lebanese people from Lebanon. They sell food here is probably Arab sandwiches and something like that. There's Turkish food. So there's Melbourne especially. There's a lot of cuisine here. You can get Brazilian, any type of food you can get in here.
Okay, I think, is there any follow-up question, Kanafo, from you?
I think that's enough. Thank you very much,
Wow.
Kak.
Okay. Thank you, Kak
Thank you,
Nova and
Naufal.
also Kak Hafiz. So that's, yeah, like you said, Kak Hafiz, it's that very interesting question, right? So it is a safe place for us Muslim to go there, Kak Hafiz.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
definitely safe for not just Muslims, I think for everyone.
Yeah, I see. Well, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for the Q&A session. I think we have a lot of questions from all of you. The questions keep flowing and the discussion is keep engaging too. And I think we can move on to the next session. Okay, Kafis, I think you can take a rest for a while because we will move on to the next session. But before that, I think there are some additional announcement that I would like to share with all of you. In Britzone, there are also Britzone official merchandise. So we would like to seek the help from all of you because we have to keep our stuff running, right? So there are a lot of tons interesting merchandise you can purchase such as like the T-shirt and also the imani, mostly from the Jabodetabek, is very often used for this imani, and also the last one we have the tote bag. So if any one of you interesting to help us, so please scan this link and you can order our official merchandise to help us to give you the best experience for Britzone. I think that's all for the announcement that I would like to add. And before we jump to the FG decision, everyone, I think like our tradition, like I said before in the beginning, we would like to take a picture first. So I encourage to all of you, please open your camera and please give us your best smile, your best filter, I think, your best mask, it's okay. At least you can open your camera. So Kak Silmi, are you ready, Kak?
Okay, so I will do the counting, guys, and I don't know where you guys at. We have like 3 slides. I will start from the first slide. Let's keep posting, and I will start 1, 2, 3. Okay. I will go to the second slide. You guys can keep posting, and yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I will take the picture for the third slide. All right. Okay, the picture is done, Kak Kasmo.
Thank you, Kak Silmi. Thank you, Kak. Okay, everyone, we already been through to the interesting presentation and also a lot of fantastic questions, everyone, and brilliant answers too from Kak Hafiz. Now we are going to move into our focus group discussion. So as usual, each every one of you will be moved to the specific breakout room, so you can have a lot of ton discussion in there regarding the topic that already presented by Kak Hafiz before. And also there will be amazing facilitator that will help you on the FGD room. Please give us the best discussion, and later on, please come back to the main room and maybe we can give some statement or maybe some review from all of you. What is the result of your FGD session? So I think that's all from me. We will meet again on the next 30 minutes. So have a nice discussion, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Close. Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello.
Good evening.
Okay, thanks so much for being here, and I hope you're all doing great. So before we start, I just want to say how great it is to see such an enthusiastic Britzoners to learn and share. And today we're joined by our special guest, our conductor, Kak Hafiz. So, our conductor, Kak Hafiz, who has just finished a very interesting presentation about Australia life. So let's say hello to Kak Hafiz. Hello, Kak Hafiz. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay. How is your day, Kak Hafiz?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
And
almost 11 here.
okay, you're doing great. So, how's your feeling after done the insightful presentation?
Yep. It's amazing to see so many people come and watch and ask interesting questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Hafiz. So, guys, as we can hear that Kak Hafiz has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of have a lot of knowledge, experience about Australia life. So, I believe that we can learn a lot from him in this FGD session. So before we dive into Q&A session, let's do a quick uh, introduction. Like, tell me your name, where you from, and what is your occupation. So I'll go first. My name is Gani. I'm from Maluku, but right now I stay in South Tangerang, and I'm a student in college, by the way. So let's go to Kak Naufal. Kak Naufal, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Noval Arkan. My friend call me with Noval, so you guys can call me Noval. And I live the same place as where Kaf is from. I live in Jakarta. And currently, I just graduated from my college, and I am in a phase to wait for my scholarship announcement. Thank you.
Good luck, Carnival. So, by the way, is it your first timer or second time or third time?
It's actually my second time. The first time
Okay,
I
good
did
luck,
it last
Carnival.
week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Kagi. Hello, Kagi. Are you there?
Hello.
Okay, please
Wait,
introduce yourself.
I think my audio is a bit delayed. Please just call me G. I'm more comfortable being called G. And originally I'm from Jakarta, but I moved from place to place, and currently I am in Iceland now.
Okay, thanks, Kagi. So now we jump into Kak Putri. Kak Putri, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I couldn't turn on my cam
It's
due to
okay.
some circumstances. Yeah, but I appreciate your understanding. Well, Putri. Well, basically, this is not my first time joining Britzone. Lots of time already. I'm kind of like yeah, come back. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I live in Tuban, East Java. So if you are basically in East Java, so probably nearby. No, I don't think so. East Java is actually like far. Like okay, it's a wide province. Okay, then I'm currently waiting for my my new opportunity because I'm looking for a new opportunity. But then like Anova, probably I am actually like a fresh graduate.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Putri. Good luck. And now,
Thank you.
oh wait. Okay, looks like enough. Okay, now we jump into the Q&A session. the first question that I would like to ask all of you guys here is, wait. So based on Kak Hafiz's presentation, what was one thing that surprised you the most about life in Australia, and tell me why? Okay, please, Kanovel, share your opinion.
Okay, maybe I'll go with the one that I also asked to Kahafis. I mean, when I see someone, or when I face someone that live in another country, especially somewhere like in Europe or Australia, like Kahafis do, I always want to ask, how is it the life in there as a Muslim, because I'm a Muslim. So if I have a chance to go there, I know that, there's a lot of things that you can do, or you have to avoid when you being there. And it's a concern, and it's a concerning thing for me, because as we know that Western and European countries, they have this like Islamophobic kind of thing, and it's something that we have to learn before, as a Muslim, to go there. So knowing the fact that it's a friendly country that we can live together as a different religion, as different culture, different race, it's something that's so nice to hear. And yeah, I think it's something that surprised me the most. And if there's a chance for me to go there, I'd like to go and visit. I think that's it
Okay,
for me.
thanks, Kanovel, for sharing. So, if I'm not mistaken, for the first time you mentioned that you waiting for like how to say continue your education. So, I'm curious, which country that you plan for?
Yeah, I actually plan to apply for Japan.
Oh,
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah, for
Tell
Japan.
me why. Why you choose the country?
Yeah, actually, there's no specific reason of why I choose Japan as the country that I want to study, but it's the only opportunity that I face right now. So I think I just want to get the chance as I can still get it. So yeah, so that's why I actually
Okay.
applying for Japan.
Yeah, it's really cool, of course. Like as long as there is an opportunity, why not? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks Kak Novel for sharing your opinion, and we jump into Kak Putri. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a same
Will be
opinion?
two
Like,
questions.
mhm.
Sorry to cut you off. You can go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. You still remember the question, or maybe
I
I
think
repeat the question?
I think so. It's about like the presentation that has been done by Hafiz, right? Regarding the
Yeah,
something that is actually like shocking to us
of
when we
course.
think about like Australia. So one thing that is really, really like one thing that is really spotted in my mind actually about the work experience. I heard at the time that actually Kavit said before that if you have worked in Australia, there will be like an added value for you to be promoted or to be referred again to work in Australia. Either way, I mean like instead of working having a long term working experience in Indonesia and then you go to Australia to probably like change your company or something like that, try to get a new job there. It's a bit like it's more difficult than that. So I think it kind of like it intrigues me because actually I worked, sorry. I worked with Australian company like about like 2 years already, but then it's kind of like a remote work. So I'm not sure whether it will be counted or not. If let's say I would like to apply myself to get a job in Australia. So yeah. It's kind of like my question, but then I couldn't ask Hafiz because I don't really have the chance. Okay, I think that's about it.
Okay, thanks, Kak Putri. So you mentioned that you work in Australia company, but it's remote. But do you have a plan for like go to Australia to work there?
Yeah, I did have I did have one wish to actually not to work actually specifically like to study there before I
Okay.
did my master's degree in the UK. But then I changed my mind. I'm not sure why. Probably because the university that I would like to get in was actually not included in the list of the scholarship, the scholarship provider. So therefore, I changed myself into the UK instead. But still, that question is still like lingering in my mind.
Okay. So, but have you ever tried like some scholarship in Australia, like for continue your study in Australia?
I didn't. So
Oh, I did. Well,
I just got the LOA. I just got the
mhm.
LOA, but then I didn't receive any like scholarship. Therefore, I changed my plan. I changed my strategy so that I could be accepted in the UK university instead.
Okay. Okay. Hope everything going well, Kak Putri.
I'm in for that. Thank you so much, Kagani.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go to Kak Gi. Kak Gi, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Okay. Do you have some opinion or maybe different opinion about the question? Like based on Kak Hafiz's presentation, what was one thing that surprised you the most about life in Australia, and tell me why?
Um, as I said before, I moved from place to place. Let's say that today I'm in country A, and tomorrow I'm going to be in country B. So I visited Australia before. I visited Sydney, Melbourne, and Tasmania. There's one
Wow.
thing that I was really intrigued by Hafiz's presentation is that our experience as Indonesians, when we're living in another country, is actually quite the same. Even though that you're staying there semi-permanently, and I'm just, probably just going to be a couple of hours and then jump to another place. The very first thing that I would look for when I arrive in another country is actually the food. It's very hard to find food in another country, so um, Indonesian tongues, we are so different. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but these white people, their food is so bland. So I was quite surprised that as a permanent resident, well, as semi-permanent resident compared to a nomad and like me, a nomad, we have pretty much the same experience.
Okay, so I'm curious, what kind of food that you really miss when you're in another country?
The food that has a rich flavor to it, because we tend to lean towards a salty and spicy, and you know what I'm talking about when we're talking about nasi padang, nasi goreng. Even if they put nasi goreng somewhere else, bloody hell, the taste is so different. We were talking about dendeng, dendeng balado.
Yeah, I see.
It's so different.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Like, I'm really into nasi padang, so I can't imagine when I'm in another country. Like, if I when I so like I mean when I heard some of my friends who already live in another country, yeah, like in Australia, like maybe not a lot, like one, two of them live in Australia, and then they no Australia. In Oh gosh, I forgot the country, but yeah, in the food, like, kind of bland, like not really, how to say, there's not spicy, yeah, in the food, so kind of
Mm,
hard to find a food that have lots of flavor,
mm.
like in Indonesia.
Yeah, and especially Australia is a melting pot of, as Hafiz said before, that there's lots of food over there from Lebanon, from Europe, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, because there's no specific food that is, well, there is a specific food that's from Australia, but it doesn't taste good. So that's why they have all of these foods from different places of the world. Bloody hell.
Okay, thank you so much, Kagi. Okay, now we jump into the second question. So the second question here is, Hafiz mentioned Australia is known for safety, education, and quality of life. So which of these factors resonates most with you, and how might it influence your future decision, like whether for study, work, or life? Okay, please, we start with Kaputri first. Kaputri, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So,
Oh, no,
sorry.
no fault.
So please repeat that again.
Oh, uh, before Kaputri answered this question, I think Kanofel answered this question because I haven't asked Kanofel.
Okay.
Oh, so Kanofel, what's your opinion about this question?
Well, I think, yeah, as Hafiz have presented to us a nice present about Australia, and a nice thing about that is that he said that it's a good country that we can, either we can work or we can just visit in there, because um, we can actually consider ourselves to go work in there, because all of the life basic or necessities in there are just in a good service, like just the transportation and the education, and the environment itself is, as Hafiz said, that there's a lot of park and stuff like that. And I think what I consider the most for me to either want to visit or live in there, I think, because I want to have as much life experience as I can. I think not only not only that the place itself has to be safe for a Muslim. I think I would consider the work environment and the education, because I would consider Australia for me to be a country that I think I would continue my study in there. But yeah, let's just see. Yeah, I think that's for
Okay.
me.
Okay, thanks, thanks for sharing, Kanofel. I like how you mentioned that yeah, insightful opinion. So now, Kaputri, please.
Sorry, Kagani, would you mind to repeat the question again, please?
Okay, it's okay. So, Hafiz mentioned Australia is known for safety, education, and quality of life. So, which of these factors resonates most with you, and how might it influence your future decision, like whether for study, work, or life?
I suppose it would be the education part, because I mean I personally I really need to get like enough or sufficient knowledge or insights from the whole world, not just Indonesia, because when we're looking for, because my major is actually like supply chain, so when we're looking for like the supply chain, it's not I will not going to talk about like Indonesia only, but then I will need to also include the whole world through it. So therefore, I need to study more about this supply chain management in the perspectives of other countries. So therefore, I'll be able to find the what something that can be learned to be implemented in Indonesia, because we need to be adapt to anything in this world, right? So therefore, yeah, safety in education is part of the best choice for me. personally.
Okay, thanks, Kak Putri. By the way, Kak Putri, are you from Indonesia or from Malaysia? Because you're how to say like your accent like Malaysia.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I'm basically Indonesia.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Indonesian.
Oh,
I was
where are
born
you
in
from, by the
Indonesia
way?
and
I forgot.
raised here. Tuban. Tuban
Tuban.
is Java.
Oh, Java. Okay, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
now
problem.
Kak Gi, are you there? Hello? Hello, Kak Gi. Oh, it looks like Kak Gi have a bad connection. So, thanks guys for your responses. And now I'd like to give you the chances to ask conductors, Kak Hafiz, directly. So, hello, Kak Hafiz, are you there? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Kagi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here and I'm freezing.
Okay,
Trying to
it's
find somewhere
okay.
warm.
Okay. You still remember the question? So, Kak Hafiz mentioned Australia is known for safety, education, and quality of life. So, which of these factors resonates most with you, and how might it influence your future decision, whether for study, work, or life?
I don't know. I don't know whether any of these factors will affect
Okay.
my future, whether I'm going to move. No, I don't think I'm going to move to Australia, like
Yeah, it's okay.
ever.
I mean, in other countries that you really love to.
Yeah. So well, yeah, of course, um some countries that I visited, they more or less, in terms of these factors, they more or less reflects Australia in some sense. Japan, Norway, Iceland, New Zealand. Actually, I love New Zealand better. I'm sorry, Hafiz. I love New Zealand better than Australia. It's just a beautiful place to be. It's just well, social security might be the very first factor that I would consider when if I do want to move to another country. The social security, your economy security, and insurance and health, because that's going to affect your quality of life there. Education, not for me, but for my spawns, I would say, for me kids. But I think those are the key things. Yeah.
So, but do you have like kind of experience about those factors, like specifically for social social factors like that?
Well, it depends on a lot of things as well. Yes, I've experienced that in I can't say in Australia, because Australia, the way that their currency is reflecting to our currency is not really that far off. And if you want to compare it like pound to pound, it's a bit more expensive. The items are a bit more expensive. The staple items are a bit more expensive. But I mm, currently I'm now in Iceland, and it's hella expensive here. And the countries in Europe, like for example, what was the last one? Netherlands. My goodness me, euros is so expensive. Norway is so expensive. No, I don't. I do not wish to move there. And even though the healthcare system is terrific, like even in Australia, the healthcare system is terrific. It's fabulous, but considering the social security is not that secure, so nah.
Okay, thanks, Guy, for sharing your opinion. So, Kasumi, there is a few minutes, like maybe oh 4 minutes left. So, guys, still 4 minutes left. Do you guys have like like maybe additional opinion about Australian life? Please feel free to speak up. Maybe Kanoval, do you want to say something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have something to say.
Okay, so maybe I'd like to ask you the question. So, for those who have thought about studying or working abroad, how does Australia compare to other countries you've considered based on what Kak Hafiz shared?
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. I think for me to consider to any other country that I want to study, I think I'm not that great as a student, so I think I would reflect to myself first if I see myself capable to compete with other great students that also competing to get into that high level status of institution. So I'll consider to see myself first of my ability. If I can, if I say that I can compete with those guys, I think I would definitely embrace myself to study in there. But yeah, so I think first thing I have to see my capability first, and then the second thing, I would say that there are a lot. There's this kind of ranking system for a university. So if I can see the opportunity for me to go to there, and it's a good and it's the best option, and it has a good ranking for its university or a good um a good name for the university. I think, and I'll be interesting to see Australia more for considering to my um continuation of my study. So yeah, I think that's for me.
Okay, thanks so much, Kak Novel, for sharing your opinion. What about you, Kak Putri? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't really consider much about this.
Yeah, take your time,
What I
Kak Putri.
consider a lot about the studying actually.
Mhm.
But what is in my mind is only like education, 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 something like that. Because I'm kind of that person who would like to see the whole world from the perspective of education. But then of course, who doesn't want to work abroad, right? Of course, there's kind of like dreams of someone that is actually really want to be global. So therefore, yeah, if in the future I will be able to have like the opportunities to work abroad, most importantly in Australia, then of course it will be a great it will be a great benefits for me because Australia is basically different from the other countries across the globe. I know there's actually in Australia there are more of what is pelabuhan ports, more of a ports that is actually interesting to me because well basically my future my future plan is actually working around like the logistics or something like that, so therefore it would be like better for me to choose Australia other than other countries.
Okay.
Moreover, Australia is also like nearby to Indonesia rather than others as well, right? So I don't really need to worry much when in case no dalam dalito my family gets sick or something like that. So I can just get back and forth from Aussie in Indonesia, Aussie on Indonesia, something like that. But yeah, it will be a great opportunity for me to be able to study or work there. I mean,
Okay. It seems like time is over. Thank you so much, Kak
that's it.
Putri, and also a big thanks for Kak
Yeah.
Hafiz. Okay. See you in the next class, guys.
Thank you, Gani.
My pleasure.
Okay, welcome back everyone. So, Kak Gani, how was the main room, Kak Gani?
All good.
All good. Okay, so what is the discussion when, Kak Gani? Can you tell us more? Maybe you can choose your representative from the main room, Kak?
Yeah, in the main room, we discuss a lot of things based on what Kahafis discussed before. So
Mm-hmm.
here, maybe I'd like to choose Ka Naufal to summary our group discussion. Please, Ka Naufal,
Okay.
time is yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity for me to represent the group discussion that we held before. And I kind of nervous because the other participants are good in English. There are three participants. That is me, Kaputri, and Kage, and they're really nice people. And the discussion we're talking about is there like yeah, it's something that related to what Hafiz have presented to us about the Australia, and uh, we also talk about things that we consider if there is any opportunity for us to either work or live in Australia. Is there something that we perhaps see the most, like for its transportation, for its health facilities, and something like that, and we are differ in our preferences, and as Kage said that he is not considering to go to Australia because he thinks that it's they're not having like a good social security. I don't know, but Kage said like that, and Ka Putri said that if she face an opportunity to go there, she wants to work in there because uh, she has a job. She has a dream to work in there because not only that Australia is near to our country, and also he works in a logistic, and the fact that Australia has like a port, like many ports in there, so it would be a nice fit for her if she faces opportunity to work there. So it was a great discussion, and it is a great discussion. Yeah. So I think that's for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ka Naufal.
Okay, thank you, Kak Nova, Kak Gani. No worries, Kak Nova. I think your English is very good, Kak. So don't be embarrassed with your English. I think you've done well. Okay, maybe I want to ask another facilitator. How about Kak Queen? Hello, Kak Queen.
Hello.
Yeah, can you give us what went well in your FGD room, Kak?
Our FGD room were amazing. So I will choose Kak Ika to represent our room.
Okay, go ahead, Kak Ika.
Okay, thank you, Kak Fasil Queen. So, guys, actually, this is first time for me to join such as this
Wow.
community. So,
Okay.
yeah, thank you for great presentation, Kak Hafiz, and then also great facilitator, Kak Queen. And then our session is we not only talk about Aussie, but we talk about also in the other country that Kak Fatma talk about uh, Istanbul. And then for me also already study abroad in Japan. So that's one thing I interest maybe for join here. It's talk about Aussie because I heard like in Aussie maybe get the better life balance in academia. So yeah, we'll talk about difficulties also about the language barrier for each people in every country. So it's interesting, like yeah, every country have struggle things. So not
Mhm.
only in Aussie, maybe, yeah. And then like we have to adapt, and then we have to know about like if you want to go to everywhere, please make sure like you have to know yeah, in a good preparation, and then what your motivation, and then please keep in mind every country have struggle things. So yeah, that's good, the discussion with Kak Fatma and Kak Queen. Thank you also, Kak Hafiz. Uh,
Okay, thank you, Kak Ika. First, we would like to say welcome to you are the first timer, so hopefully that you can attend another class in the future, right, Kak Ika? So please make sure to follow our social media regarding the schedule for the next class. Thank you, Kak Queen and Kak Ika. I think we still have time, so I would like to ask another facilitator. So who wants to go, maybe? I give you opportunity. Is there anyone from the facilitator? Okay, I think I will start with Kak Ririn. Halo Kak Ririn.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Kaswa, for choosing me. And
Mhm.
in our group, we have Kak Laras and also Kak Zulfa. And I want to choose Kak Zulfa to be our representative. Kak Zulfa, are you there?
Halo
Kak
Kak Zulfa.
Zulfa, are you there? Oh, I think she's not here. So,
Okay.
okay, I will choose Kak Laras. Hello, Kak Laras.
Hello.
Okay, time is yours, Kak.
So me and Zulfa we're talking about how we discover a chance to study in Australia based on the presentation from Hafidz, whether it's for living or it's for studying. And Kazulfa said she wants to take her daughter to live in Aussie, considering how education in Australia is
Mhm.
better than in Indonesia as well. So she would like to have a chance to bring her daughter to Australia. And I was talking about how Australia environment seems good for living as well, as my cousin was still living there as well. And we were talking about a chance to I mean the countries that we would love to go to for studying. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you, Kak Larasati, for sharing with us. Wow, so I agree that in every FGD room you had a lot of fun discussion. It's same with my room, and I couldn't imagine that in our FGD session the kangkung is came up. That's how the interesting was discussion is because we're talking about food, right? There's someone in our group said that she will miss kangkung if she went abroad. I think that's a very unexpected answer yet funny one. Okay, thank you everyone for the facilitator for leading the FGD. And I think the time is up, everyone. Wow, the time is surely passes fast. But before we close the session, maybe I will ask Kak Hafiz too. Kak Hafiz, do you have any closing statement for the next session, Kak Hafiz? Please go ahead, Kak.
Thank you, Kasmal. Yeah, kangkung is really expensive here. It's probably like $5 for a bunch of kangkung.
Wow.
So it's better just to buy meat, I guess. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever presented in front of like so many people, and it's nice to present using Zoom again. It's been a while since COVID, since we had to do that.
Mhm.
a lot of passionate people talking in English here, and I was in the main room for a while, and all of them spoke really good English. Naufal, you did really good. You don't have to be insecure. Your English is really good. So I think it's a really good experience. Thank you for inviting me, Britzone and Kashmal. Yeah, I had fun, and it's almost midnight here.
Oh yeah, okay. We have to close it early. Okay, thank you, Kak Hafiz, for
Thank
sharing
you,
with us.
Kashmal.
Hopefully, we can meet again in the future. Okay, everyone. To sum up, I think that's all for the next session. As we start to wrap things up, I think we've explored everything from Kak Hafiz presentation, right? Like the culture that he faced in there, the shock, or maybe the benefit in Australia or something like that. So once again, we would like to say a huge thank you to our amazing conductor, Kak Hafiz, for sharing his knowledge and enthusiasm with us, and also a massive round of applause, virtual of course, to all of you, our wonderful Britzoners, for participating so active in the Q&A session and also the FGD session. We hope you enjoy this session as much as we have. Remember, there are always more to learn and discover, especially if we talk about country. There are a lot of possibilities in there. There are a lot of ocean in there. So it's depend how you prepare if you want to go abroad later. I think that's all from me. So my name is Kasmal, your host speaking. See you in the next class, and bye bye everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank